Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode here. We're speaking with Julie, just having a little chit chat with her, and a little question and answer session, kind of. How are you today?
Good. And you?
Not too bad. One question for you, the first one anyway, is what made you decide, or why did you decide to do raised garden beds?
Well, growing up, my parents always had a big garden, and I always used to love to help plant, weed, hoe, pick. I always watched my mom do canning, and that's, I think, where I got my love for gardening. But now, all grown up and living in the city, that brought with it some challenges. And so I looked into container gardening just to put some few vegetables out here in pots on my deck, just to get a few things and to see what happened. And as I did research, I decided to go with raised beds.
What kind of challenges did you have doing a regular garden here?
The dirt, space, definitely the dirt, and critters, different animals and stuff that just were not going to allow us to grow without eating.
Once you decided to go ahead and go raise garden beds, what were some of the biggest challenges you had in getting started with raised garden beds?
Well, you really have to do your research on how, what garden beds you want for your area, your space, your climate, that kind of thing. And then the research on the dirt. I think the dirt is the biggest challenge of all, filling it with what is going to work for your particular situation.
Not just regular dirt works very well.
No.
And what kind of advice would you give somebody that's thinking about getting into raised garden beds?
Well, I feel like if I can do it, anybody can do it. So I feel like if this is a passion of yours, go ahead and give it a try. I really do feel like the biggest thing is do your research. Make sure that you know the zone that you're in. Make sure you know what dirt, your space that you have available, whether you want them on the ground. Ours are on our deck. You just really need to do your research on what is going to work best for you.
And for those of you watching, they're actually out there in the snow on the deck right now. It's January and we're not gardening right now. So this is coming up on your third year of them. The first year we put them out there, which had been 2 years ago. How did that year go? The very first year?
Well, it started off great. And then things went downhill from there.
What went downhill, do you know?
Well, our plants, we put the dirt in, we got everything, we did our research, what we thought was best for us, and then planted my plants and everything started to grow wonderful, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. I did get a few, fruit-bearing things, but not like I was hoping.
Did you find out what caused or what the problem seemed to be?
Yes, and once again, the dirt. We figured out that the plants, the new dirt was depleting it already itself, and then putting plants in the garden was depleting them of the nitrogen. And so by the time we figured it out, which is, trial and error when you're first doing something like this, it was a little bit too late. I got a few things, but not a lot.
And also, I do remember first year we had critters.
Yeah, yes, we did. I planted, got them all beautiful in there like I wanted them, and then I believe it was skunks and raccoons came and dug it up every day.
We actually have a camera out back there, and once we seen the dig up, we went and looked, and it was coons getting up in them. We did take care of that for the second year.
Yes.
And the second year, which was last year, of course, you made your adjustments, the things that you learned on the first year, carried over into the second year. And how would you say last year went?
Last year went pretty good. still is a learning curve. I think every year is a learning curve. Everything you do takes practice and trial and error, but it did pretty good. We had a lot of tomatoes. I did get cucumbers. I get green beans and peas, peppers, green peppers, and I did get some summer squash and zucchini, but we did have
Carrots.
no, carrots didn't go well. But we did get a worm that was eating, but we figured that out too, and I did get some.
That was in your squash, wasn't it?
Yes.
That we did the research and figured it out and all that stuff.
And we did get some.
Any thoughts or changes on what you might be incorporating this year when it comes time?
Well, I think this year, I'm only going to plant the things that I know grow this year. And I'm going to make sure that I have enough space. My tomatoes got kind of big and all together last year. And that was a little challenge to
find some pictures of these tomato plants from last year.
And so I think I'm going to rearrange my beds a little different this year to get a little better spacing so that things are a little bit easier. So we don't shade things out or, things like that, or they all grow up big and together. So it's learning.
I'd have to say it's one of the big things people need to understand. There is no such thing as just put it in, set it, forget it, and you're going to have an abundance garden.
Right. It takes a few years to get, and like this will be our third year, and I feel like it's getting better. So don't give up. It's worth it in the end. I enjoyed the canning that I did from my own garden, the eating, the canning, and I actually did a lot. So I think after the second year, really did much better. I think each year is going to get better. I've learned a lot more.
Sounds good. Well, thanks everybody for watching. This is part 1 of 2. We're going to do another part on the indoor greenhouse. So until next time, be safe and
happy growing.